House update, dump trailer. What's going on? There's so many comments about the dump trailer. People talking about, everybody's an expert. This dump trailer is made to carry about 4,000 pounds. And it's made for stuff like this, right? We've got like leaves and branches and trash. And yeah, the axles have been compromised. They've been bent. So basically, you can see that they're bowed out. I wouldn't want to use this for long distance travel, but for going to the dump, it'll be fine. And it will eat up the inside of the tires, but I'm only going about 4 miles. So it'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, a couple thousand pounds, no big deal. We're cleaning up this backyard, this back area. It was just full of trash and crud. It's got all this broken concrete. We're going to use the excavator to get a lot of this stuff. Hippie's been working his ass off, bagging up all the leaves and the trash and the crud. This looks 10,000% better. I mean, the way it looked before. So I'm going to come through here with the excavator. I'm going to collect all this broken concrete and pipes. I'm going to try to even all this out. I want to try to dig out this, I guess you'd call it like a berm or whatever is the word is. But I want to dig it out and get it flat and flush. The problem is it's going to expose where these walls are, right? So what I want to do is probably put up a form, and we're going to have to pour concrete foundation and then put a secondary wall. This tree is starting to push against this concrete wall. They don't really use this concrete anymore to build these walls. They kind of go together like Legos, And I need to reinforce all this because it's going to fail if I don't get onto it. We've got water erosion coming from under here. So I'm trying to get all this cleaned up. For years, they just dumped broken concrete and boulders and rocks here that are, I don't know why, but they did. Bricks, broken bricks. Trying to put all this back together. A couple of these parking things, these are kind of cool actually. We used to have some over there and we got rid of them. So we're going to try to clean this up. So all this broken ass wall, you can see where the water's been seeping along this bottom section here. And maybe the secret is to just drill some holes and put a piece of PVC pipe there to allow for drainage. That's something I might do here because you could see that this has been mortared and fixed. And see, basically, that the property next door, their dirt comes to like here. As you can see where this is, 4 feet lower than where their thing is. See, the way the wall rules work is you're allowed to put 6 feet of wall from the lowest point. So they've got 6 feet of wall from there, or from the highest point, I should say. So from where their ground is up there, that's 6 feet of wall. But on this side, I've got like 10 feet of wall. So I want to paint this whole wall. We're going to use some material, I think it's called Hydrolock. We're going to patch some of these areas. And we're going to, we're going to waterproof all this and then paint it gray to match the other wall. But what I was thinking about doing is buying like a 3-inch hole cutter for masonry. And in certain sections, just putting holes in with a piece of pipe that's got maybe some mesh or something, or maybe 2 inches, but just put some random drains so that, I don't know if that would really cure the problem, but if there is water building up, this is water that's building up underground and then seeping through my brick. So I need to fix that. I need to re-slurry this parking lot. And I'm making an entire separate video on this fountain situation. And I haven't posted that video. I don't know if I may start completely over with that video. But basically, we had cleared out this island here that was full of bushes, had a big concrete chunk in there with a lamp post. And we pulled that out. We've leveled this dirt. And the idea was to fill this with about 4 inches of concrete. This pipe was going to have a channel that's going to run into the center for wiring, so that we're gonna make a pool here basically. It's going to be 2 feet above level. then with a statue in the middle of it and whatnot. So we're just doing a bunch of stuff. Now I'm killing time because I'm getting a delivery of a DeLorean. We've built about over 50 DeLorean time machines over the last 20 years. And a client that got one of my early cars over 10 years ago, I think he got it in about 2013. He's in Reno. And this car's been all over the place. It's a pretty famous car, actually. And he's sending it back to me to get overhauled. You know, like light bulbs burned out and just upgraded things, new batteries, repaint area. You know, just it's been used and abused. And he's sending it back to me to get overhauled. And so the driver is in a tractor trailer. And I told him, I said, you're not going to be able to fit in here. You need to go around the block and park down the street and then offload the car and then bring it in. And he probably doesn't know how to drive the DeLorean. So I should probably walk over there and get the car for him. Yeah, I told him to just park down the street over here. He can offload the car and then I'll just drive it back across the street. No problem, right? Let's see. Now, I've talked about this before on my channel because I don't know if it's a complaint. I've just noticed that everybody who works in the car shipping industry is like a Russian dude. It's always Vlad. Vlad always is bringing the car. And then like they have a translator that will text you because the guy doesn't speak English. It's hilarious. Yeah, when you see that, like they have Volvo branded like dingle balls, right? That's how you know. What's going on? He's got his dog in there, that's cute. This is a proper trailer. This is a nice rig. He's got a low ball with a front cap. He can fit a lot of nice cars in here. And look at this. It's a flying DeLorean. This thing looks great. Slowered. The nicest thing is. Running good too. The bumper sticker's the best. I love this car. All right, I drove it back over here to the house. You know, this was the very first plutonium chamber car that we ever did. Oh my God, the thing's got water in it. So that's the very first one we ever did. And there's just so much that is wrong on this car compared to what we've learned. I mean, back when we made this, this should be black. This should be green. This mesh material should not be there. These are the wrong, I mean, these are not the right hoses at all. This grid is incomplete. These are goofy. We're changing all this. These are wrong. These are wrong. Well, they're not quite what we do now. But we're gonna have to change all this stuff. You know? Like, I don't know if he repainted these or if we put these on here silver, like this. Or if they just faded into that color. I don't know. Like, I'm baffled by a lot of this, you know? I mean, I'm looking at some, first of all, this interior is black. Now, he provided the car. Those time circuits are like way old ones. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff to this car. I dig this JBL nano thing. That's cool. I want one of those for my Rolls Royce Corniche. But there's just so much left undone. You know, this car is not up to our par. And there's things that he's done to it, like these center caps should be black. I hate these covers over the lights. I'm gonna beg him to take those off. We need to rewire all the wiring for this because this is really old technology. They don't work anymore. These aren't the right cables for this. And I hate to say it, I'm kind of ashamed of this car. these are discolored or they're just brown. I mean, this car, he's had it for 11 or 12 years now, I think, something like that. I'll have to check. And it's been on display at a museum. It's been at all kinds of places, you know. He's done a lot with his car. It's been well used. This isn't correct the way that's done. Just so much we need to do, you know. So much we need to do. And I just don't know how much he wants to invest into the car. The car runs great. He sent it to DeLorean Motor Company to have the engine done, and it runs great. If it was up to me, I would remove this entire interior and redo it in gray. I'm serious. And we do it all the time. It's a pain in the ass, but we do it. You know, I would redo all this wiring. Back when he bought this car, I think I charged him like 30 or 40,000 for the car, you know. Like we charge 150,000 for our cars now. And it's so different. You may, if you don't know what you're looking at, like you may not get what's going on here, but like I know what's going on, and it just needs so much. And so I'm going to talk to him and see how much he wants to spend on this thing, because yeah. Well, we didn't record any of this. We were busy. Got that DeLorean in here, taking a bunch of other crap like this sectional powered couch and some appliances back to Texas. Got some people there who want it. Had to change out this spare tire over here because apparently when they changed out one of these axles, one of them's lower than the other. So this axle, the tires just spin, and so the tire was getting balded out from the brakes because it's about an inch shorter than it should be. So we need to shim this trailer. We need to shim this transaxle. I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying. Shim, trans. Okay, so yeah, the truck's all hooked up. Hippie's about wore out. He's hacking up along. He's hacking up 4 packs of Marlboros right now. We got this thing about all loaded.
4 packs of Marlboros, is that what you said?
That's it. He's hacking up about a half a carton of Marlboros. and 3 joints. I think we got it tied up in here now.
I'm just gonna get these 2 pieces of extra rail out.
All right. Yep. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. It's really bad for you. Turn you into a hippie. Well, it was supposed to start raining, so we were busting our balls to try to beat these storm clouds because it doesn't rain very often in Vegas, but when it does, it's a downpour. It's torrential. And it looks like we missed it. It went right around us. So we busted our ass for nothing. That's why he's coughing. Folks, spoke too soon. Here it comes. It's drizzling a bit. Boy, it's a downpour. No, it does rain here. And when it does, it usually explodes. You get a monsoon and then there's flooding. And usually like some of the casinos like the Link, cars will just be floating away, you know. Like it happens because the desert sand and the concrete can't flow the water away fast enough. Get under here. And you'll end up with mass flooding. And it's happened where I've been out and like you're driving in like 2 feet of water, and it happens. And people here don't know how to drive in the rain. Plus, the roads are covered in oil and tire, you know, rubber, and they're super slick. So I hope it does rain. We could use it. Just a nice wash the dirt off everything.